looking over that wall. Oh, that doo-doo, man.
And so like I was saying, while that it may be certain women, a certain subset of women who entertain a certain subset of Black men, is definitely not the majority. And I think if what Paul Pierce is saying, if that's his experience, that's his experience. If he hasn't had a good Black woman to appreciate him or submit to him in any type of way, that's unfortunate, because
Well,
we all know
hold on,
everything
Jazz.
is
Hold on,
not.
Jazz. But before you go, I just want to give a little bit of context. So Paul Pierce, before that clip, said that he only date Black women. And he said that he's previously divorced from a Black woman. And he said that he only dates Black women. The question that was asked to him is why most NBA athletes prefer to date white women. And so he gave an assumption based off of what he's seen, but he personally said that he's never dated a white woman. So just give me some
Okay. Well, thank you for that. I didn't know.
I didn't know that either. You know what's funny though? There's a lot of, I think that regarding social media, I'm gonna mute you, Jess, because your feedback is crazy. But a lot of NBA players are married to Black women. So I think that someone did a poll or something, and it's like most of the Black men are married to Black women. True. So it's like we pick these little white speckles of women, and they're like, "Oh, why is that Black man?" But what about the Black women that date white men? What about the Serena Williams? Is there the big pushback for her? One of the best women tennis players? I don't think so. But I don't know. I think it's just I
think part of the difference is that sometimes I forgot who, it was just a recent interview. It was an athlete, and he said that he was basically talking about Black women. I'm to the point where I don't care who you deal with, just don't put other people down in the process. And typically whenever Black women do date white men, they don't put down Black men in the process. Thank you. Because I follow the WAGs page. I'm obsessed with it. And L'Oreal Sargent WAGs, Wives and Girlfriends of NFL players. And it's like a whole page or whatever. But most of those women there are Black. They're either Black or Hispanic. All of them. So I think that it's just that whenever white women do tend to date, they always tend to date up for the most part, and it's more easily accessible. So they're dating the actors, they're dating the tycoons, they're dating the athletes, and it's easier for us to see that as opposed to the Black women. But
I think we also we got to mention too. I just think the big word, it's not submissive. I think more white women are intentional than Black women. And what I mean by intentional, meaning that I see more white women shooting a shot than Black women. And when they go after a guy, they don't care. They just shoot their shot and they just stay, and they're persistent.
You don't perceive that as masculine?
Nah, all my girlfriends pursued me. I didn't initiate conversation first.
And you're not
like that.
You were skeptical of that?
Nah.
Men think they're the prize.
Here, Molly.
Right.
Molly. You can't stop yourself, can you? It's just getting sad that I'm so sorry for her husband.
I like that.
Can I ask you something, Brandon? If it was a Black woman that ever approached you, would you be receptive to that? Or
actually, I was very receptive, and that was actually within the last year. A woman approached me, and we started talking and chatting, and then we went out on a date. I think for me, it was the fact that she had a kid, and I just wasn't going to pursue it further. And I'm finding that to be more the trend as I'm getting older. I'm 27, but out of the two Black women that approached me, they had, both of them had kids.
Damn.
None of the white women
ever approach anybody?
Hey, I can understand that. I don't know what it is, but that thing right there exists. Black women don't really approach people like that unless they really into you. They gotta be really into you. That masculine part, I don't really care about. You approaching me because you think I look good. I think I look good. So we both think the same thing. So that's why you approached me. I'm perfectly fine with that. But a lot of women that do the approaching, for some reason they have kids. I don't know what it is. He might be thinking about, I'm going to assume a little bit. Now I'm really wondering, is he talking about dating apps? Because dating apps Single mothers, they just be shooting all types of shots at people. That's something I see all the time. They don't even care. They shooting. But besides dating apps, no, they still do. They do as well, but they don't do it at the level dating apps. I wonder if he's talking about dating apps right now. If he's talking about they actually walk up and approach him, because I don't see that many. But white women do. I have noticed that white women do that all the time. Not all the time. They do it way more though.
Have you ever approached men to pursue her?
No. I'll be honest. I'm very busy, so like the majority of my day is either spent working, studying. So oftentimes when I'm going about my daily life, I'm not, really going out of my way to identify a woman I want. Oftentimes I'll just be out doing something. Like good examples, like when I met my last girlfriend, we were together for 3 years. I was just chilling in the back of the club, just waiting for my friends to come, because we were supposed to hang out. She saw me by myself sitting at the table, and she came and asked me like, "Hey, why are you sitting alone?" And then from there, we just got to chatting it up. And she made it really easy. Like she made it very clear, like she liked me and stuff like that.
That wasn't predatory to you?
What?
Nah.
What? How's that predatory? Who said that? Was that Jess? Dog, sweet Jesus. To you, Jess, it's predatory for a guy to be sitting at the club in the back room by himself and a lady to walk up, ask him why he's sitting there by himself, and then start talking. That's predatory? She thinks any guy that approach her is a predator then. Any type of approach. Wow.
How the hell is that?
I wouldn't say predatory, but
Because sometimes
never pursued a woman.
Black men.
But wait, why does that
But how's
jump
that
like that?
predatory?
Because I've approached one of my exes and we dated. So you guys are thinking like, oh, we doing it in a masculine way like these men do it. We don't do it like that. Like, and there's some men that don't need to get approached because there's women that are gonna go after them because the way they look or how they're acting. But we can't assume, oh, this white woman is approaching this black man because she might got a fetish. That is wild. I wouldn't assume that.
That's a lot more common than you think, Q. And I've heard that a lot from black men. I've also heard it from a few white women.
I need to know the stats then. I'm not finna just believe what Jess says. If you look at her, I'm not finna believe what she said. That was wild. She literally said, a woman approached you. Did you not think that was predatory? What? No, I thought I looked good, so I thought she talked to me. It's kind of sad, because now if I was Brandon, I'd be sitting saying, Jazz, are you saying that the ladies approach me, majority of them that approach me that are Caucasian, they only approach me because they have a black fetish, is not because I'm handsome? Is that what you're saying right now? Because if that was you're saying, I'm now appalled and I'm offended. That's what happened. Your arrogance non-plus me. I just learned a new word, y'all, so that's why I used it.
But the same way you just said you don't think it's predatory, or you don't think, the way that Brandon said it was, is he feels like it's intentional.
Can intentional?
So he feels like
can intentional and predatory be synonymous in this situation?
Lay down.
I think that it's just a little bit concerning, only because it's not. I don't have an issue because like I will approach men as well, depending, because most of the time men just stare and I'm like, okay, let me introduce myself since you over here staring at me. That's kind of how I am. But
to Jess, you're a predator.
I think that with Brandon, my only concern is that you said that you've never approached a woman.
So no, I didn't say I never approached, but I'll say like.
Oh, okay, I thought I heard never.
I'll say for like the last 5 years, I haven't approached not one woman.
Why is that bothersome to y'all that he don't approach?
I was just about to ask that.
That's true.
It's bothersome to me only because he said, like they were mentioning, that white women tend to be more intentional. So it's not like it doesn't raise red flags to you when all of these women just kind of come to you and like on a consistent basis. You said within the last 5 years.
It was predatory.
Well, the two black women are
predatory though. But
what is the predatory part? Why do you keep mentioning predatory? Is that are you limiting that to non-black women? Like why do you keep talking about predatory? Are you looking at white women?
She's talking about fetishizing men. That's black men. That's what she's referring to.
Okay, so it's limited to non-black women.
Shoot, I'll be honest. They can use me too. I don't care.
Well, no, I'm just curious because it seems like you're associating with predatory actions based off of race.
No, not necessarily.
I'm not saying that
if he got approached by a black woman, would you ask him if he thought that was predatory as well?
No, because that's not the subject.
So it's a race thing.
That's a race thing, then. He was right. That was crazy. You can't just say, no, that's not the subject, because that's what that was. That's all you was doing. You're saying because Caucasian women approach you, it's probably predatory, which means you had to be honest and say, yeah. I think it's because of a race thing, because I think black people are attracted to black people and white people are attracted to white people. So if they're attracted to the other thing, they're fetishizing. That had to be her answer. But for you to say, I'm sorry, that was just wild, she said.
So I'm confused.
No, it's not. For me, I'm not saying predatory. For
Jerry,
me,
not you. Not you. I'm sorry, ma'am. Not you. I'm talking about Jess.
If I may, I mean, a fact is a fact. White women do fetishize black men, so I understand what Jess was saying. I'm not saying they all do, but what I'm saying is that
black women do the same thing. Whatever. Let's see what happens.
You do hear them say, "Oh, I want a nice chocolate baby, and I want a man that looks like
But
this."
don't you want a nice chocolate baby?
It's not a like a. I just want to get to know this man. It's not like a normal thing with them most of the time. It's
But
like
all due respect, Jazz, don't you want a chocolate baby?
Well, yeah, because I'm pro-black.
So what's the difference?
I'm pro-black, so I'm gonna always want a chocolate baby. Why would a white woman want a chocolate baby though? Especially when
why can't you have a chocolate baby?
Miss
What's the
Ava,
problem with that?
if I may please, because just give me 1 second. So, if she wants to have a chocolate baby, that's fine. But it's just like, why? When you unpack the why as to why a white woman,
why not?
White parents will want specifically a black child, knowing that there are such cultural differences. There's a whole entire way that you have to raise black children in this country. I know y'all swear that's all a fallacy, but the reality is just that.
Ava.
Jazz, based off of that, then you have to know that they agree with you that they have a cultural difference. They have to agree with you that they believe that it takes a completely different way of raising a black child than a white child. If they don't agree with you about that, then you're just saying that this thing is what it is, even though everyone else don't agree. I can understand what you're saying. You know, you're raising a black kid. Yeah, it's slightly different raising a black kid than a white kid. All right, cool. We'll go with that. Yeah, but the thing is, if you're going to prescribe this onto someone else, they have to already be thinking this thing. Or now you're just assuming that they're doing this thing off of fetishizing just because you're assuming. Technically, it's not really that much I could go. Yeah. You got to find out if they agree with you that it takes a difference to do these things, because I don't think they do.
I know you think, Ava, I know you think racism don't exist, baby.
For this one,
but it does. All right.
So,
and unfortunately, give me 1 second. Excuse me, ma'am. Why are you so ready? Why are you so ready? We get it. You hate black people. We get it. Let me finish though. Before you so ready to jump on black folks, calm down. Ain't you a little black? Relax.
You're weird. You're weird.
I'm weird, but you're the one cutting me off, calling me weird because you just can't hold yourself to talk crazy about black people.
You're still weird.
Okay, well, let me be weird. Let me finish my thought. This is weird. This is weird because I'm not even talking to you.
I'm not usually on Jazz's side, but yeah, Ava, you need to stop speaking right now. Stop doing that. I'm trying to listen to the conversation. So let Jazz say whatever she's saying, because I'll be honest with you, she is doing assuming. She is assuming right now. But Ava, now you just saying, you're weird. You're weird. That's pissing me off right now. So ma'am, I'm going to need you to cut that out, please. Stop doing that.
Calm your
I'm talking to you though.
We good.
But I'm not. No, we not.
Let her finish and then Ava can go.
Like, girl.
And I want to jump in too.
It's ridiculous. So all I'm saying is this. If you want to, I ain't even gonna get into the whole kid thing. It is a known fact that these white women do fetishize and kind of prey on black men, specifically for reasons outside of actually appreciating and loving that black man, right? So that's where the fetishization kind of comes into play. And I kind of lost my train of thought.
I hear what you're saying. So can I ask you the reason why
let Ava go and then you can go. Ava,
Okay,
do you want to
right.
talk? I mean, you want to say something? Okay, go ahead, Aaron.
No, she's just weird. I just don't understand. Like, y'all are living in like this twilight zone. That is blowing my mind. Why would a white woman want a black baby?
You in a
Because
twilight
that's
zone.
what she
You gotta do one
wanted.
like Jazz. You gotta do one
I
like.
remember what I wanted to say now.
What you
I remember
mean? What you
Okay, Ava, it's starting to look like you don't actually have an argument. It look like you're just being angry. I need you to make the argument.
mean? Well, wait a minute. What you mean? Why would a white woman want a black? Everybody's not the same. This white woman, she loved black men. She want a mixed child. She want a black baby. So what? So y'all are this is jealousy at the end of the day.
Girl,
it boils down to nothing but
that sounds true. You want me to be honest with you? That sounds true. And it only goes back to the thing what the Island Girl Q said. You don't hear them saying anything about Serena Williams in that out of shape white guy. So it sounds like jealousy and like you want to say that black men are yours, but you can go talk to other people as well, but they can't. It looks like that. So Ava got a point right there. It does sound like jealousy, but I'm still waiting for her to actually make the argument and not just state what she believe it is.
jealousy. Y'all are so jealous of white women for what reason I do not know.
Girl,
y'all
go to hell right now. Go to hell right now.
Y'all supposed to be. Y'all supposed to be
hell right
now. Jazz, I literally tried to. I was being unbiased. I need you to stop speaking now. She's just repeating herself, but you know, I've seen plenty of people on these panels crash out. Let her crash out and see if she make an argument. But you, Jazz, mute your mic.
Now, fucking woman, right? I thought black woman was the prize. I thought black woman was the. I thought black woman was the be all end all. Y'all are so jealous of white women. It's insane. And black women are so dope that you really don't even have no reason to have all this damn hate and ill in your heart because a white woman want to have a black baby. What is this? 18.
We're jealous and we got hate in heart. Wait a minute. We got hate in our heart, but a grown white woman sat there and looked at a black child and called it the N-word. But we're the haters.
You point out one lady, Jazz. Jazz, if that was your argument, Jazz, that was horrible. You pointed out one person. Jazz, do you really want everyone to believe that we can't go find black women doing this thing to other races? Children and all. You think there's no evidence here? Like, you know, if you think that that's just disingenuous. There's black women literally telling their children to beat up or at least harass other races of children. And then if the other races of children do anything, they get mad. That's real.
We're the jealousy ones. No. You can shut up right now, Ava, because you sounding real crazy, and it's not contributing to the thing. Like I said,
but when a white woman has reached her level and she say some shit, it's the end of
Jesus Christ, she is just yelling for nothing. Ooh.
The fucking world, but
yes, it is, because you shouldn't be okay with racism. That's the problem.
You call them everything in the world. But when they say something, it's a problem.
Yeah, it is. Why are you so okay with racism? Why are you so okay with racism? Why are you so racism?
Everybody do not have to kiss the black woman. Everybody do not have to kiss the black woman. You don't have. You don't own. You don't run.
Oh my God.
Nobody has to kiss y'all. Y'all need to walk into reality and get the
this content, boy.
He loving it because Anton feels the same way.
No, I don't think he feels it.
Why would you attack Anton? You got smoke already. Okay, I see what's happening. Jazz, are you uncomfortable because now we have another person who's willing to crash out like you on the camera? I was trying to be so unbiased, but Jazz is just, you can't stop yourself. This is wild. Ava is over here saying all the things that she want to say about you and black women or whatever. And you're gonna just be like this, make a face, and then say something to Anton. What did Anton do? He's just there letting y'all speak, letting y'all ramble, and Jess is over there making hand gestures and stuff.
The black woman. Everybody do not have to kiss the black woman.
She ain't saying nothing. All that's happening is that I am watching Jazz go through what Jazz put other people through when she crashes out. And it's hilarious.
The same way.
He definitely do.
I don't think he does.
Not kissing y'all.
They be
This is
catching heat.
racism.
Do-
This is racism.
David,
with
do you mind if
y'all.
I jump in real
Hey,
quick?
why
are you so okay with racism?
Why are you so
I'm gonna start reading y'all.
why are you so okay with racism? Why are
Y'all
you
both
so
yelling, but just because you loud don't mean you right.
why are you so okay with racism? Why are you so okay with racism?
Y'all want to say all the
Why are
time
you
about
okay
white
with
men and white women.
why are you
Every
so
time
okay
y'all
with
get mad
racism?
all over social media, every time a white girl come across the screen, y'all black sitting up there saying some ill shit. But when
Girl,
they
don't
say
nobody
some
pay
shit
attention to them. They the ones that pay the most attention to us. The ones that pay attention to us. What are you talking about? Why are you so for racism? Why?
Well, that can't be the case, Jazz, because every time a black lady get with a white guy, white women ain't running around saying, you're taking our men. Like, they're not doing that. So that can't be the case. It is black women doing that. Hispanics, I don't even see Hispanic women do that. It's literally only one group. There's only one group that do that. You know, they tried to cancel Michael B. Jordan when he was in that picture. They backed off when he got with Lori Harvey. She destroyed him just like how she destroyed that Snowfall boy, and just she can't control herself. So it's not true, Jazz.
Are you okay with racism? Why are you okay with racism?
Why are you so? Women want a black baby, and that shit bothers your fucking brain in 2025. You a fucking weirdo. You a fucking weirdo. Take your ass back to the motherfucking 1800s if this what the fuck you want to be. But the rest of us moving the fuck on.
Why are you so okay with racism, Ava? Why are you so okay with racism?
Just want all the black community back. That's
Tell
why
us.
these
Tell us more.
still living the way they fucking living.
Yeah.
They can't escape that hold.
Ayo, she's crashing out. She has stuff she's saying that you can respond back to. You're just not doing it. Jazz, we'll let you know now, this is the first time I've seen like a person crashing out, but actually still beating the other person. It's like the first time. So Jazz, this is looking bad. Jess, you can step in too. You know, you the first one to say that, you know, if a white lady approaches a black guy, you should think it's predator-like, which is wild, but you know, this is wild.
This is sad.
Brain.
Okay, let's move
very
on.
sad.
We gonna move on to
Now I'm a
Wait,
bird brain.
wait, how did I get involved in this? And I
Now
didn't
I'm a
even.
bird brain.
Ava, your mic is
Ava, why are you so
Like, you gotta-
obsessed with racism? Why are you okay
How did
with
I
racism?
get involved in this? And I didn't even.
Anton, because I said that.
Anton,
I said
you did that
love the
last week to
content. What's
me.
happening right now? You're loving the exchange.
No, Jazz then said I do
Oh,
something.
yeah, that part I don't agree. I don't know.
No, I know you
Something.
totally agree with Ava and everything that she
I
said.
haven't even said anything.
He
You don't
hasn't.
have to say anything for me to already know that you agree with her. It's fine. But what I'm saying is, Ava, why are you so okay with racism?
Jazz, can I just jump in real quick? Because I
Ava,
was
you're
really just
muted,
asking you.
Why you so mad at the people that racism affects and not mad at the people who actually inflict
Ava's
the
muted.
racism on other
Ava, you're
people?
muted.
And if we don't have to be living in the 1900s to still be dealing with the ramifications of racism. And I'm so
Ava,
glad
you're
that we're
muted.
bringing this up right now because I have notes tonight.
I tried. It's on.
And if you guys want notes and actual footnotes on how systemic racism affects us today, we can run it right down,
Ava,
baby.
you're
Look
muted.
at you talking, you
You're
on mute.
muted.
You were talking and you're on mute. You might as well
Ava,
just
Ava is crashing out so hard. She has been on mute for so long and she still haven't noticed. She can't even hear them because she's yelling at the computer screen or the phone, whichever thing she's using. Bad. This looks bad.
you might as well be quiet, baby. You screaming at yourself. You screaming at yourself.
wait, hold on.
is.
Maybe she can hear us. Ava, you're muted.
She can't hear. She can't hear us because all she's doing is screaming.
No, I think she has a
Crazy
delay.
ass.
I think she has a delay. Can you hear
Just
us? Ava?
screaming,
That was a long
in the
delay.
name, windmilling for racism.
You can't hear you, Ava.
Windmilling for white supremacy.
mic is
Windmilling
off.
for a white woman
Ava,
to
you
call
gotta
a
leave
black
and come
child a
back.
nigga.
Hold on, Jazz.
You
Ava,
goofy as hell, girl.
Ava,
Jazz, you can stop speaking while they try to figure this out. You're attacking a person or like going at a person who you can't hear. But when she was yelling, you was all like, why are you all right with racism? Why are you all right with racism? That's all you had to say. So, you could calm down now. You could calm down, Jazz. Don't gas yourself up now because you can't hear.
leave and come back because I think your mic.
Just leave.
So Jazz, what is is there a fundamental problem with black men preferring white women?
No, but you don't have to tear down black
No, I
women.
was asking Jazz. No, Jazz.
I know, I heard
Sorry.
you.
If you heard him, then why are you speaking? You thought that didn't make you look foolish right there, did you? That was wild. She thought she didn't look like a fool when he was talking to a specific person and you start speaking. That's fentanyl for you.
No, because she's really passionate about this. And I'm really trying to understand.
Damn, Jess.
I'm genuinely trying to understand what the fundamental problem is. And I want you to also understand something that you might not. And this all with all due respect, that your disapproval of a black man choosing a white woman. Now, I'm not saying you personally, I'm just saying the sentiment, right? That you're pro something, which in turn means that you're anti.
No,
I am.
and that's where you're wrong. And I'm going to tell you why you think that.
I'm not saying, what I'm saying is you have to take the time to allow me to feel that way. Even though that's not your intention, that's how it comes across.
That's not what it is.
I'm not saying that's what you're intending, but that's exactly what I hear.
No, it's not. No. Okay. Are you done?
That's your feelings, though. You can't bring feelings into this. You got to find out if that's true. You actually have to find out if they're that other thing. You can't just say, well, that's how it's being presented. Well, that's how I'm perceiving it. If you're perceiving it something, yeah, that's a personal problem. You need to find out if it's true, which I'll be honest with you. Jazz and Jess, I think it might be true, but.
I'm sorry. Go ahead. Are you done? Can I respond?
Sure.
May I respond? Sure. Thank you. So, first of all, I don't care if these black men feel like all these black women are just so bad and they feel safer with these white women. Please go for it. Go for it. If you feel like that's where you're gonna be great, fine. But I think Jerry said it before. Go and be with these women. Leave black women out of it. You don't have to constantly berate and talk down. You left us. We gone. We ain't shit. Keep our name out y'all mouths then. For some reason, it's hard. There was just a video of this man, this chicken eating, old, goofy, leather jacket wearing man, looked like he missing a couple teeth, walking up to these two beautiful black women that he didn't even know, unprovoked, came up to them like, y'all some black bitches. That's why black men don't like you. Y'all bougie. My fiance is Asian. Baby, what prompted that?
But I can also say, what prompts black women to come up to me and say that because I'm not with a black woman, that I have a problem?
Well, so you with a white woman, or are you
not with a white woman? No, I'm with an indigenous Mexican woman.
Okay, that's fine. That's great. But what I'm saying, not that's fine. My bad. I didn't mean to say it like that.
Darker than half y'all.
I didn't mean to say it like that.
So
that's good. I'm glad you're in a good relationship. But what I'm saying is this, sweetheart. It's not about I have a disdain for it. Am I weary based on history? Right? Based on history and how white women move, how cunning they are, and how they kind of, align very well with male white supremacy. Am I sometimes a little worried for my black men that choose that side? And yeah, I am sometimes, but there are things that show why we should be a little wary of it. If you're going to go do it, that's fine, but you shouldn't have to talk down anybody else.
But right? I understand that, but also the inverse should be true.
Why do they keep saying this thing like black men are just running around just trying to destroy black women for like nothing? Like if there is, let's say there is like a gang of niggas out there just talking mad shit about black women. Let's just say that's true. All right. I don't think it's a gang of them, but let's just say that's true. You're telling me right now that black women don't do that. They weren't doing that before. Black women do that in relationships with the guys. They talk mad shit about guys that they are currently with. So now you're upset with these guys for talking to other people and talking mess about you. So yeah, don't talk mess about us, just leave. You're with this guy and you're talking mess about him. Why won't you leave him? You're mad at me for going across the street and hitting you with a rock. But you don't want me to say anything about you hitting a person that trusts you with a rock. That's what that looks like. It's stupid.
As well.
And then also on your point of me being pro-black is just that. It is not anti anybody else. And the only reason why people think that is because pro-whiteness was always anti-black.
But you are, okay, so hold on.
Wait a minute.
Hold on for a second.
You are aware of the inverse.
Let me see something.
What's the inverse?
Have you dated black women before?
Yes.
Okay, cool. So what is your experience with dating black women?
My experience with dating black women?
Yes, sir.
It was the same with dating every other woman. Because I chose their character, not their race.
Gotcha.
I didn't really care what they looked like. I didn't care about whatever they struggle with. It fits a specific character. But I will say begrudgingly that the only hate I've ever received was from people that look like me. So that's the part I don't really understand. I'm genuinely trying to understand why my preference or my father's preference, which led to me being here, why that.
Oh, your mom's white?
She's Puerto Rican, which to y'all, she's white. She's European.
I don't think Puerto Rican is white at all.
She's Hispanic Puerto Rican. So
that ain't no white woman.
But she's considered white to a lot of people.
Amen. That ain't no white lady. Don't do that to your mama.
But even
we don't consider no white. They requested to be white.
But it's
do y'all not hold on, wait. Do y'all not realize that y'all are racist?
That is so stupid, Anton. That is so dumb.
Well,
I hate you.
Racist is fine.
How are we being racist? How are we being racist by calling out the facts of what the it is?
Because it's not really a fact. I think it's an opinion.
With racism, this is what boggles my mind about y'all.
So you about to crash out now. You didn't crash out on Ava. You had to wait for Ava mic to be muted. But okay, let's see what happens.
Because how can my disdain for a white person would never have bearing on their life. It would never cause them to lose their job. It would never cause them to lose their home. If they're safe, whether I like them or not. A white person having a disdain for me because of my color, my life is going to be affected by that. My brother's life is going to be affected like that. They actually have social economic power to alter someone's life if they don't like them based off their color. This history has shown us that. So us talking about it, Anton, you're smarter than this. You have to stop saying You have to stop saying that it's racist.
You're not just talking. You're not just talking about it.
We have to stop saying that it's racist for black people to call out racism. You might as well be a white supremacist, which I think you want to be. When you say stuff like that, it gives that I wish I was a white man so I can make sense when I say these things. It doesn't make sense to me.
Hold on,
wait.
I can't be racist speaking the truth. So, I'm not saying that there's anything wrong with you.
You sound like that white lady that called that baby the N-word. She said the same thing. She said it's the truth. What makes y'all
okay, but Antoine and me earlier said that it didn't matter, so therefore it doesn't matter that she said.
That's ridiculous. So calling a child the N-word, a child.
Wait a minute.
You said it was a fact. That white lady said
how can
that's
a
what
child,
he is.
You're so ignorant. How can a child, an innocent child,
what makes you any different from the white lady though, Jazz?
Because if it was a white baby that took her baby's toy, do you think she would have called that baby the N-word? What do you think she would have called that white baby? Huh? So you want to sit here and try to tell me? No, shut up.
Okay, now you about to crash out on Molly. First of all, let's get one thing straight. I don't even like Molly. Me and Molly, we don't even like each other. No love lost. You about to crash out on her now? Because she said it was technically the truth? What she's saying is you stated something as a fact or the truth, so then you felt like you could say it. That's what she was saying. You're crashing out right now without even understanding what the conversation about. It's kind of wild. It's pretty wild to hear. It's not wild because it's like the only person you don't want to smoke with is Ava. Everybody else you're willing to say something about. Now you're telling people to shut the F. That's wild. You pick your fights very well, I see.
Skin is just darker than hers, but y'all are like, y'all are both like on two different ends of the same spectrum.
Black hair having, you always talking shit. You shut the
therapist.
Hey, yo, she do got a long neck though. I'm not gonna lie. She was right about that. But Jazz, come on.
Let's mute it up. Let's move on. I think
you want to talk about gutter?
No, I think Anton had a question. Anton, question.
I didn't hear what Janae had said, but
I was stating that when Jazz was mentioning racism, she mentioned the white lady calling the baby. And I'm saying earlier in the conversation, before she was present, you all mentioned how that was not, you didn't say it was okay, but what you did talk about was how racism didn't matter, it didn't hold weight and all those things. So now in this conversation, when she's saying something, for you to say, wait, For you to say, you know, you're racist, it doesn't matter.
So what I just
Everybody
said
said that
Look, we're
lady
was,
just
was
doing
wrong,
what we
child.
know. This is
hold
the
on, y'all.
American way to be
Hold on,
racist.
y'all.
One mic, y'all. Wait, Jazz. One
Very
mic.
racist.
So what I said doesn't matter. The first thing that I said, I preface it by saying that she was wrong. All right. So let's be very clear. I didn't
You did. I
validate.
just said you didn't say that.
Right, I know, but I didn't validate anything. So why doesn't it matter? Why can't multiple things be true at the same time?
I agree with you with two things being true.
Because she's wrong doesn't make you guys right. And so when you got, see, y'all not just
What are we
talking
wrong
about a
about,
situation.
Anton? What are
Y'all
we wrong
not just
about?
talking. How am I wrong and I haven't even said anything?
You let me
No,
finish.
I said, what are we wrong about? You said we're wrong. What are we wrong
I'm
about?
explaining it to you. So
Okay.
y'all not just conversating about an issue or being concerned. You guys are making comments. You celebrating when somebody says that he's not. He said his mother isn't white, and y'all couldn't wait to. Oh, sure, good thing she ain't white. Y'all, listen. If it's in the reverse, then y'all would label that to be hate. Y'all would label that to be racist. Y'all would do something. A very fundamental basic rule of life is that you don't say or do anything to anybody that you would not be okay with being done to you.
So
That is just
explain racism.
hold on. That's a universal law. You treat people how you want to be treated. You forgive according to how you want to be forgiven. It's biblical, it's scripture, it's spiritual, it's universal. Everybody, even children, understand it. And so for y'all to think that y'all okay with saying some hateful stuff about other people and about the potential for who his mother could be and thinking that that's cool, y'all not cool. And I
Okay.
can just tell you.
Who said something about his mother?
I believe
Nobody.
I'm probably the oldest person on this panel.
No, what he said was the fact that when he said his mother was Puerto Rican, but y'all consider her white, y'all said that she ain't white. Don't do that to your mama. Y'all did kind of make it seem like if his mother was white, it would have been a problem. That it did sound like that. Like, why did you say don't do that to your mama? I understand. I can grasp what Anton's saying right now.
And this is what I know for sure. Y'all hate and y'all that spirit that y'all got down in y'all, it doesn't benefit you. It's not going to yield you no better results. You're not going to have no better results from it as far as making money. You're not going to have better relationships. Your network is not going to benefit you in any way. I have never seen in my entire life, and I've been to a lot of places. I've seen a lot of things, and I've had a lot of conversations. I've never seen in my entire life hate translate into success in any way, shape, or form. The only people that y'all hurt is you. You limit your conversations, you limit your opportunities, you limit the people that you can interact with, you limit the people that can help you, you limit people that have great character by thinking that they're supposed to overcome your issues that you have and that they're supposed to qualify themselves to be in your life. Most people will just walk away. Most people will just be like, you know what, they got it. There's some really, really cool, nice people in this earth. And for y'all to be so broken spiritually and so broken and so entrenched with all of this hate in your heart, you are hurting yourself. You killing yourself. You don't even realize it.
Anton, okay,
Listen, I'm not trying to convince you.
No. I want to walk with you on what you're saying.
And y'all could do whatever y'all want with it. I'm cool.
I want to step in the name with you on what you just said. Okay, so first thing you were saying was that we're saying all of these hateful things is bad, we're racist. Miss Ava got up here and screamed, all right, to the top of her lungs, saying all type of horrible things about Black women. I saw you just doing this. I saw you allowing all of the horrific, inaccurate, delusional, ignorant things that spewed out of her nasty mouth.
What did she actually say that was like hatred? I remember her saying stuff that y'all want people to kiss y'all behind. Black women want people to kiss they behind. She was ranting about what's wrong with a white lady wanting a black baby. Was she saying anything hatred, or you're just now painting all of that to be this? Because I don't think she said anything like that.
Towards Black people, and you allowed it to ride. Why
If
is that?
facts, it's not
Number
racism,
two,
remember?
I'm not.
If it's facts, it's not racism.
I'm not talking to you. So just hush. So like I said,
But I'm talking
then
to
the
you,
other
though.
thing, then the other thing you said, Then the other thing you said.
Hold on, y'all.
Then
Hold
the
on,
other
y'all.
thing you said, Anton.
Let's get through this.
Let's get through it. Right.
We gotta get to the next segment.
So I do want to add one thing before we.
Hold on, y'all. Hold on. Let her ask her question.
Get your dog. So the other thing you said was that the way you win at life.
Disrespectful.
The way you win at life.
You're so disrespectful. And you so disgusting. You throw little shots on this panel
Get
and
your
you
dog.
expect nobody to swing back at your black ass. You got very. I don't know who the you think you are, but
That girl.
Right one today.
Girl, no, I don't. You so late. You so tired. You so late. Girl, ain't nobody care.
Okay, we done now.
You're pathetic, actually. Nobody.
Okay, mute y'all. We gotta move on.
Can you shut the f up?
Let me just say this.
Can I just make my comment that I wanted to Anton?
Screaming over
Hold
me.
on, y'all. Hold on. We gotta.
Big scream. Well, you know what's sad? I don't think they was about to stop, but I gotten so much. It went so far. This is insane. Okay, now it's time for the epic breakdown. All right, first off, Jess, you're batshit crazy. The fact that you said that if a white lady approaches a guy in a club, he should think that is predatory is retarded. It is I think fundamentally retarded. Don't know if that's a thing, but it's a thing over here. I say, Jazz, I was on your side about Ava needing to not freak the hell out. But as this video kept going on, you became tough when she wasn't talking. So now I'm starting to believe that if I watched the beginning of this video, you probably was doing stuff like this before. But that's just me assuming, so I'm not gonna even act like that's a real thing. Ava was crashing the hell out. Her crash out was crazy. But in the midst of her crash out, she was saying things that made sense that you never addressed. She said that y'all won't kiss y'all ass. I ain't gonna lie to you. Sound about right. But none of y'all addressed the thing Island Girl Q said when she said that, hey, yo, y'all ain't nobody pressing Serena Williams. Nobody pressed her. It does sound like jealousy because that's the other thing Ava said. She said y'all are jealous. She didn't call y'all, talked about y'all hair texture. She didn't talk about y'all features. Like, she didn't do none of that thing. But then you act like Anton was supporting a lady saying like racist things. She didn't say anything really like that. You just got in your feelings and just started talking. And then your best friend Jess over here, because you know y'all both are the Hardy Boys, y'all didn't do nothing. All y'all did was act like y'all was like too cool to say anything to Ava, like, ha, ha. That's all that was happening. It was quite annoying. Molly was correct. Based off what you said if it's the truth, like if it's the truth, I didn't do anything wrong. We don't know what you said was true or not. And then what the white lady said, she said the same thing. So Molly was right. She claimed it was true, so she could say it. You claimed it was true, so you can say it. She was correct, but you was also correct about Molly having a long neck. Molly talked about me a little while ago. Now I ain't like it. I ain't like it one bit, Molly. But it don't change the fact that Molly was correct about that thing. So this video was heated. It was so heated, and I liked every bit of it. Not really. Ava really hurt my ears.
Oh, you ain't know what that was? Oh, that doo-doo, baby.